Guys, today we are going to study on topic fabric to fabric NCERT book explanation of grade 7 chapter 3. So our first slide is about animal fiber and wool silk. Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak and other animal. These wool yielding animals bear on their body. Do you know why they have thick coat of hair? Air traps a lot of hair traps a lot of air. Air is a poor conductor of heat. Thus, we will learn that in chapter 4. So, hair keeps these animals warm. Wool is derived from these hairy fibers. Hairy fibers. No need to do activity. Let's start. Let's focus on the portion. Animal that yield wool. Several breeds of sheep are found in different parts of the country. Table 3.1. However, the fleece of the hair is not the only source of wool. True wool commonly available in the market is the pashmina wool. Sheep wool, yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Mohair is obtaining from grana goats, which is figure 3.3. Found in hilly regions such as Jammu Kashmir. Wool is also obtained from goat hair. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is soft. It is woven into fine shawls called pashmina shawls. Pashmina shawls are important. It must be learned from you. The fur hair on the body of the camel is also used as wool. Llama, alpaca, found in South America, also yield wool. In bracket figure 3.6 and 3.7. Activity we don't need to do. From fiber to wool. Fiber to wool. For obtaining wool, sheep are reared. Their hair are cut and processed into wool. Let us know about rearing and breeding of sheep. If you have traveled in hilly regions like Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, or the plains of Haryana, Rajasthan and Gujarat, you can see the shepherds taking their hair from sheep for grazing. Sheep are herbivorous and prefer grass and leaf. Apart from the grazing, sheep rearing also feed them on mixture of pulses, corn, java, oil cakes, in bracket material left in taking out the oil from the seed, and mineral. In winter, sheep are kept indoors to feed the leaves and grain on dry folders. Sheep are reared in so many parts of our country for wool, which is table 3.1. 3.1 is this table which is in yellow and pink color. Sheep are rearing in many parts of our country for wool. Table 3. Which gives us our country for producing wool. The quality of the texture of the fiber obtained from certain also indicated in the table. Certain breeds of the sheep have thick hair of coat on their body, which is yield good quantity of wool in large quantity as mentioned earlier. These sheep are selective breeds with only one parent being sheep or good breed. Once the rearing sheep have developed a thick growth of hair is shaped of getting wool. Processing fiber into wool. Wool which used for creating sweater or for weaving shawls is finished a product of long process which involves the following step. Step 1. Fleeces of the hair with the thin layer of skin is removed from the body, which is table 3.8a. This process is called shearing. Machines similar to those or barbers are used to shave off hair. Usually, hairs are removed during the hot weather. This enables the sheep to survive without their protective coat in winter. The hair provides woolen fiber. Woolen fibers are produced to obtain yarn. Shearing does not hurt the sheep as it does not hurt when it cut your father you cut your hair or your father shapes his beard. Do you think why the uppermost layer is skin is dead? Also, the hair of sheep grow again, just as your hair do. This is the table. The step 1 is shearing. The step 2 is the shearing of the skin. Step 2. The shearing skin with the hair of through washed in tanks to remove the grease, dust, dirt with called scoring. Nowadays, scoring is done by machine. Figure 3.8 B and C. Step 3. After scoring, sorting is done. The hairy skin is sent to the factory where the hair is different texture are separated or sorted. Step 4. The small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked up from the hair. These are the same burrs which sometimes appear on your sweater. The fibers are scored again and dried. This is the wool ready from the drawn into fibers. Step 5. The fiber can be dyed into various colors as natural fleeces of sheep and goat is black, brown or white. Step 6. Fibers are straightened, combined and rolled into yarn. Figure 3.8d. The longer fibers are made into wools for sweaters and the shortened fibers are snapped and woven into cloths. This is the process. The process of fiber into wool can be represented as follows: shearing, scoring, sorting, cleaning of the burrs, dyeing and rolling. Occupation hazards. Wool industry is an important means of livelihoods for many people in our country, but sorter's job is risky as sometimes it gets infected by bacterium and ticks. which causes fatal blood disease called Shorter's disease. Such risk faced by the workers in any industry are called occupation hazards. Activity 3.2 Silk. Silk fibers are also animal fibers. Silkworms spin the silk fibers. The rearing of the silkworm from the obtaining silk is called sericulture. Find out from your mother and grandmother the kind of silk sarees they have. List the kind of silk. Before we discuss the process of obtaining silk, it is necessary to know interesting life history of the silk moth. Life history of silk moth. Female silk moth lays eggs for which hatches larvae, which are called caterpillars or silkworm. They grow in size when the caterpillar is ready to enter the next stage of its life history called pupa. The first weaving to net hold itself, then it swings its head from the side to side in the form of the figure 8 in brackets 8. During these movements of heads, the caterpillar secretes fiber made up of male, female, adult silk moth. Eggs on mulberry leaf, silkworm. Cocoon with developing moth. Figure 3.9 A to F. Life of history of silkworm. Protein, which hardens on exposed to the air and becomes silk fiber. Soon the caterpillar completes covered itself by silkworm and turns into pupa. This covering is known as cocoon. The further development of the pupa into moth continues inside the cocoon. Silk fibers are used for weaving clothes. Can you imagine that soft silk yarn is as strong as comparable thick of steel, thread of steel. The silk yarn thread is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. There is a varieties of silk moth which looks very different from one another, and the silk yarn they yield different in texture, coarse, mouth, shiny, etc. Thus, Tassa silk, Moga silk, Kosa silk, etc. are obtained from the cocoon spun by the different types of moth. The most cocoon silk moth is mulberry mouth. The silk different from the cocoon of can be dyed into beautiful colors. Sericulture or culture of silkworms is very old occupation in India. India produces plenty of silk on the commercial scale. In Blue Box, in India, women are scientifically involved in various kinds of industry related to silk production. These are the rearing of silkworm, rearing of the silkworm, rearing of silk from cocoons, and processing into raw silk into fabrics by their enterprise. They are contributed to the nation economies. China leads the world in silk production. China also ranks in among the leading silk production in country. Take a help of your mother and mother, aunt, or your teacher and identify the types of silk such as mulberry silk, tassar silk, Ira silk, moga silk, etc. Compare the texture of these silk that with that of the artificial silk pieces which contain synthetic fiber. Try to collect the pictures of different moths whose caterpillar provide the various type of silk. From cocoon to silk. From cocoon to silk. For obtaining silk, moths are reared and their cocoon are collected to get the silk thread. Rearing silkworm. A female silk moth layers hundreds of eggs at a time. Figure 3.10a. The the eggs are stored carefully on strips of cloth or paper and sold to the silkworm farmers. The farmers keep the egg under hygienic condition and under the suitable conditions of the temperature and humidity. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature of the larvae to hatch from the egg. This is done from mulberry tree. Figure 3.10b. Bearing a fresh crop of leaf, the larvae called caterpillar on the silkworm eat day and night and increase enormously in size. Figure 3.10 in bracket. This is the figure, the tree one, this full in blue box. The extract of discover of silk is perhaps unknown. During an old China legend, the Empress Shi Longqi was asked to empire hung it to find the cause of damaged leaf of mulberry tree growing their garden. The Empress found white worms eating mulberry leaves. She also noticed that they were spinning shiny cocoons around them. Accidentally, a cocoon dropped into her teacup and entangled delicately threads separate from the cocoon. Silk industry began in China and was kept a closely guarded secret for hundreds of years. Later on, trades and travelers introduced silk to other countries. The route they travel is still called the Silk Route. The larvae are kept in clean bamboo trays with freshly chopped mulberry leaves. After 25 to 30 days, the caterpillar stop eating and move into tiny chamber of bamboo in the tray of spinny cocoon. Figure 3.10d. Small racks or twinning may be provided in the tray to which cocoon get attached. The caterpillar of the silkworm spin the cocoon inside which develops a silk moth. Processing of silk. A pie of cocoon is used for obtaining silk fibers. The cocoon are kept under the sun or boiled or exposed to steam. The silk fiber separates out. The process of taking out the threads from the cocoon are used as silk is called rearing the silk. Rearing is done in special machines which unwind
unwind the threads or fibers of silk from the cocoon. Silk fibers are then snapped into the silk threads, which are woven into silk cloth by weaver. Keywords are cocoon, fleece, rearing, scoring, sericulture, searing, silkworm, sorting. I will tell in next slide. Means not in next slide. Just a moment. These are the keywords. This in the yellow box. This one. These are the keywords. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye. Meet you next Saturday.